Welcome back to another Goji Center video. Today we will be revealing exclusive and recently released information about perhaps one of the most powerful titans in the history of the Monsterverse. Don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more fun videos about your favorite kaiju. The Muto species have been some of the most popular titans in the Monsterverse since their first appearance in 2014. This word, Muto, is actually an acronym which stands for Massive Unidentified Terrestrial Organism. We have seen 4 variations of this specimen: the male, the female, the queen, and the prime. There is one, however, that stands head and shoulders above the rest. Her name, Titanus Jinshin Mushi, or also known as Muto Prime, which made its appearance in the graphic novel Godzilla Awakening. Recently, some brand new information about this titan has been revealed by the author of this comic regarding its history and abilities. There are 5 new facts about Titanus Jinshin Mushi that are not mentioned in the graphic novel. Number 1. Heavier than Godzilla. It has been revealed that Titanus Jinshin Mushi is in fact much heavier than Godzilla. Arvid Nelson suggested that while creating the Jinshin Mushi, the writers imagined this Mega Muto to be approximately 50% heavier than Godzilla himself. Given that the events of Godzilla Aftershock occurred shortly after the events of 2014, we can closely calculate the weight of the Muto Prime. The 2014 incarnation of Godzilla is known to be about 90,000 tons. By doing the math and knowing that Muto Prime was 50% heavier, we can estimate that Titanus Jinshin Mushi was approximately anywhere between 135,000 and 145,000 tons in weight. Where does this weight come from? The author also suggested that most of her weight came from her massive front limbs, which she could use to devastating effect. We will discuss these powerful weapons shortly. Number 2. Similar to a bear. Arvid Nelson suggested on Twitter that Titanus Jinshin Mushi was, like other titans, in hibernation previous to its awakening. The disadvantage of this Muto at the moment was that it was not at full strength and needed to recharge, given that it was running on its leftover internal energy. We see this sort of paradigm in modern-day bears, which hibernate for a long period of time. Once awakened, they immediately search for food to replenish their energy. In the Muto's case, however, the Muto encounter an already powerful Godzilla and seek to immediately find radiation sources that would enable it to regain its strength and more effectively fight Godzilla at a later date. This explains why Titanus Jinshin Mushi was seen attacking nuclear-rich locations and vessels in Godzilla Aftershock. Nearing the final chapter of the graphic novel, we see that Jinshin Mushi slowly starts to become more powerful thanks to the innumerable amounts of concentrated nuclear radiation found on Earth's surface. Number 3. Custom made to fight Godzilla. Muto Prime was imagined by writers and directors of Godzilla Aftershock as a mega titan custom built and equipped to fight and defeat Godzilla species. Arvid Nelson suggested on Twitter that Godzilla species, although being the most powerful titan species of all time, did consider the Jinshin Mushi as a threat to their very own existence. It is very important to note here that prime specimens do not intend to kill a victim, but rather subjugate them, and then, using their ovipositor tentacles, insert the Muto eggs inside the victim. For a Jinshin Mushi, victory sounds something like this: I implanted my eggs, and I got away. Although Jinshin Mushi could have attacked other titans, Arvid suggested that Jinshin Mushi would have preferred a Godzilla specimen, since they were bigger and more radioactive than other titans. Apart from being hardwired to hunt Godzillas, the Muto Prime was equipped with an arsenal of anti-Godzilla weaponry. Its front limbs were used to emit a concussive blast that could not only send an opponent flying, but could instigate earthquakes. These blasts were powerful enough to knock a 90,000-ton titan off its feet. The most unique weapon ever to be used against a Godzilla specimen was the Muto Prime's sonic roar. Arvid mentioned that this roar was powerful enough to shatter human bones and destroy organs, but only strong enough to disorient titans. If this roar only disorients titans, how did it shatter Godzilla's dorsal plates? The answer is given to us again by Arvid, who mentioned that this sonic roar was specifically tuned to shatter a Godzilla dorsal plate. This can be explained by a phenomenon known as harmonic resonance, which explains that different materials shatter at specific frequencies. Jinshin Mushi's sonic roar was specifically tuned to the exact frequency required to shatter Godzilla's plates. Being a perfect anti-Godzilla machine created by evolution, it is not so far-fetched to state that Jinshin Mushi was perhaps the largest threat to Godzilla's own existence. Number 4. More Jinshin Mushi specimens. It is possible that there might have been more than one Jinshin Mushi mentioned in Godzilla Aftershock. Another piece of information provided by the author suggests that the Muto Prime that defeated Dagon was probably another Jinshin that died shortly after it implanted its eggs inside Dagon. If true, the Jinshin Mushi that faced Godzilla would have been the most powerful Muto that ever existed. Number 5. Capable of manipulating tectonic plates. Titanus Jinshin Mushi could have understood Earth's geology in such a way that it knew exactly how and when to manipulate tectonic plates. How do you manipulate something as large as a tectonic plate? As mentioned earlier, Titanus Jinshin Mushi could emit a concussive blast from its massive forelimbs. This blast could also chip off weak formations along a nearby fault line, causing earthquakes. She has an understanding of the location of these fault lines due to her ability to rapidly excavate her way underground. It is safe to assume that Jinshin Mushi was intelligent enough to detect and remember the locations of fault lines so that she may exploit them later at will. How would you rank Titanus Jinshin Mushi in terms of brute strength in the MonsterVerse? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you are one of those viewers who has not read Godzilla Aftershock yet, we suggest you get it soon by clicking on the links below. The MonsterVerse so far has provided fans with not just one, but 3 action-packed graphic novels that will give you more interesting insight on this amazing kaiju universe. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time!